Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. I am getting ready for the day, so I thought I'd come and do it live. I very nearly didn't because I'm totally obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race, which I just discovered on Netflix. I've never seen it before, and now I'm like, where has this been all my life? I was a massive... I used to really love America's Next Top Model, and this is like the drag version. It's hilarious. So yeah, I was watching an episode of that while I was getting ready, and I was like, oh, okay, no, go do a video. So here I am. I'm getting ready for the day, and so I thought I'd do it here because about a week ago, someone mentioned to me about doing smoky eyes with a brown, and I love smoky eyes. I love the colour brown, obviously. So I thought I'd do that tutorial for anybody that wants to see it, seeing as I'm getting ready anyway. So there you have it. So I will go through everything I do as I do it. If there's any questions, post it. If you're watching on the replay, put replay in the comments and I will answer any questions, obviously as and when I get to my phone. So there we go. Right, so the first thing I put on is primer onto my face, and I'm going to put some eye primer onto my eyes, and then I'm going to, there we go, so eye primer on each eye, and there is a new thing that I learned which I'm going to try today. So this is my lash serum, which I put under the mascara that will go on eventually. But I put it on early so that it has a chance to dry, because it gives like a really nice base, the lashes look longer, and it keeps your lashes strong and helps them grow. Right, so I'm going to keep moving because I don't want to take too long over this. Do you know what? I had totally missed that there's a royal wedding today. Totally missed it. Didn't realise. Okay. This, I'm going to do my eyebrows very quickly. So, hi Eva, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Excuse me. Right, so light brown on the inside and dark brown on the outside. Now, I never used to do my eyebrows, I never used to bother with them, but as I've got older, you'd realise that they're kind of just not thinning, but, well, they are. Maybe they're a little bit thinner, who knows. But what I do find is when you do a strong eye look, if the eyebrows are not bold, it kind of looks washed out. And having your eyebrows defined will just take, it just kind of raises your whole face upwards. It keeps you looking youthful. And as that is the thing now. But to be honest, I just think it looks funny when you do a strong eye look and you don't have your eyebrows filled in now. It looks a bit funny. There you go. Right, so I'm going to do my eyes first. Hey Louisa! I'm going to do my eyes first so that any fallout I can clean up with the concealer and face stuff after. How are you? Who's that sound like? Hi Maria! Cyprus is calling. Right, so I'm going to use, because it's daytime, I'm going to use all matte colours. This is my kind of basically go-to common, like, excuse me, I dropped something, everyday palette. I was just saying that I'm totally into RuPaul's Drag Race. Have you seen it? RuPaul's Drag Race. It's like one of the best things I've ever seen on TV. And I think I'm also interested in it because the makeup is incredible. All right, so here's a little trick I learned. First of all, when you have your setting powder, take the net off, because There's like, it comes with like a net mesh, and you can't always get to it, and so I took it off, and now I can get to all the powder. So the trick I learned was, if you put some, so good, if you put some setting powder on your eyelids after the primer, so that's what I'm doing there, it just, first of all, it kind of is easier to blend your eyeshadows afterwards, but the other side effect is that some of these little kind of powder particles drop onto your lashes, and then when you put your mascara on, it looks even thicker and longer. So I'm going to try that today. I was told that by Bianca. So let's do that. So a bit of setting powder onto the lids, mainly so that all the colours blend a bit better. There's definitely some powder particles on there. Right, so I'm going to start with like a very neutral colour. This one. It is called Astute, and that is going to go just here in the crease with a big fluffy brush. So even without, you can see the difference, that just that kind of it's very slightly darker than my skin colour, and I would be quite happy to just go do that and do nothing, but obviously we're going to be a bit more complex today. But just putting a colour into your crease gives your eyes more dimension. What are your plans today, Louisa? I was watching an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race just now, and I very nearly didn't come live. I was like so hooked on it. I like literally before bed I just watch a bit until I fall asleep. It's a bit silly really, but it's like really compulsive. Like, you have to watch it. It's really compulsive. And the makeup skills, these, I want to say women, but obviously it's drag, so it's men who dress up as women, but their makeup skills are like just out of this world. Like, oh, amazing. Someone's 50th, amazing. So the makeup skills that drag artists have are just unbelievable. So that was the colour Astute into my crease, and then I'm gonna use my favourite colour, this one, which is called Gingerly. It's so aptly named because it's like it just looks like gingerbread, I think. So that colour with a slightly smaller brush into the crease to just warm up the crease and create a bit of a gradation. There we go. So that just goes on top of the Astute colour to create like a bit of a gradation. So it goes from dark up to light. I completely missed it was the royal wedding. There was a royal wedding today. I mean, I don't really watch the news because I don't think there's much good news on the TV. So I'm taking that gingerly colour around to the bottom as well, and I'm being quite liberal with where I'm going on the brown. I'll keep an eye on the time. I'm being quite liberal with the amount, how low down I'm going. And when you do your eyes first, any mess you make, you can just clean it up with your concealer. Louisa, you know what I haven't seen you do this year yet? Is your Halloween looks. Remember last year you did some incredible Halloween looks. Something in my... Oh, there it is. It's from a brush. Hi, Nahid. Thanks for tuning in. Right, So next I'm going to take the next darker colour, which is, and I've forgotten the name of this one, but it's this one. This colour here. I've forgotten the name, unfortunately. So that is going to go just in the corner here. Same brush. So I'm just slowly kind of deepening the colours. Excuse the funny expressions that I'm going to make. So just in the corner of the eye there. And then also I'm going to take it down to the bottom as well. It's also my birthday month this month, by the way, and I have picked out my birthday presents. So I'm very excited about when that comes at the end of October. So same on this side. Did I put gingerly on that side? I can't remember, so I'm just going to do it again. Okay, that's gingerly. I have this this shade and swap thing to be able to swap the colours really quickly, but I don't, I think my son's walked off with it. So this is then the darker colour again into the corner. And then down here. Oh, I made it darker. All right, no worries. That's brighter. So dark into the corner. With all of that, I'm going to take that really fluffy brush and just make sure it's all blended. And soften it all up. Okay, because it's daytime, I don't want to go super, super dark. So what I'm going to do is just add a very light colour. This is Timid, called Timid, onto the very inside of my eyelid. And it just kind of opens up the whole eye. So that's 4 colours. I'm probably going to stick to 4, I think. And just use that brush to make sure it all kind of blends one into the other. Okay, so at the moment it looks a bit messy, but we're going to clean all of that up. Just keep watching and bear with me. So the thing that really brings the smoke is taking that dark colour under your eyelid as well. So in the darkest colour is just in the corner and under the eyelid. Right, so that's kind of the eye. I'm just going to check the mirror over here as well. So what I'm going to do now is start putting my eyeshadow on. Sorry, my eyeliner on and mascara. And then where I need to kind of add a bit more, I'll go back in with the colours. So when it's smoky eye, in general, I use black eyeliners. So, excuse me. Right, I'm just gonna put black eyeliner just on the bottom half of this, so not all the way across, just on the bottom half, okay? And then I'm going to take the liquid eyeliner and again just do the top half of the top line. So I don't tend to do the whole way along, because this is my, what I call the Disney princess trick with eyeliner. You'll hear me talk about it a lot, because if you watch Disney, what you'll see is that all the princesses have darker, that when they're drawn, the eyes are darker on the outside, which makes their eyes look bigger. And then finally, to complete the eye look, super subtle on my mirror over here, but I might play with that in a minute. So now mascara. So remember, I have put the lash serum underneath, and I had put some of the setting powder onto the eyelid, which kind of fell onto the lashes, and that kind of makes the lashes look a bit thicker. Ah, mess. There we go. So I use the whole brush to get all these little hairs. And then look at the difference. The lighting's so bad. The window is like white here. I don't really understand what's going on with that. Sorry about that, guys. I'm hoping that I get a birthday present that will put paid to the lighting issue. Two layers is perfect for this mascara, but just if I come up close, you can see the difference that it makes. Insane. I always put mascara on the bottom lashes as well, because it just makes your eyes look really wide open. So mascara, like, use the whole wand. Initially make sure that you add to the base, so that's what you see me doing when I just collect it in the root and then bring it forward. And then once you've done that, to add length, just apply to the tips, and then you don't get clumping. But I'll tell you now, not all mascaras are created equal, and this mascara is hands down the best I've ever used. It's the waterproof Epic Mascara. So it's even better than the non-waterproof one in terms of giving length and if I do that, will it lighten up? Ah, no, it just turns. So see, I've got a window. Need to go back now. There is a way to brighten up. No, not that. Excuse me. Right, okay, let me have a look at what my eyes look like now. And I might just add a bit more of the darker colour. I'm just going to add a bit more of the darker colour. Hi, Holly. Into the corners, just to really define that smokiness. And then I'm gonna blend it. Now what I'm gonna do actually is leave the eyes for a minute, do the face, and then I'll come back to the eyes and see if they need any additions to them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with my face is cover these shadows here. And I spoke a while ago about this amazing cream eyeshadow in the colour Grateful that is really good for Asian skin to cover. I'll just do it on this side so you can see. So I'm just using my finger, and it doesn't need to be a perfect match for your skin colour, and you can do what I'm going to do now. You can just leave it like that, just make sure it's blended, or you can just put your concealer on top, which was what I'm going to do, but like it immediately lightens up that kind of shadow, that dark circle, plus it's crease proof, so it doesn't end up going into those little creases under your eyes. Sorry, I'm just really bored of the lighting. No. Maybe that did something, I don't know. Right, so let me do the other side. So just with my fingertip, this finger, it's like the most light touch finger, I'm just applying it to where the circle is the darkest and then blending it outwards and making sure it all kind of blends together with my skin. So that's kind of got rid of that shadow, and you can build it up. It's a cream it's a cream that blends to a powder, like that dries to a powder. It's smudge proof, crease proof, so it's just fab. Perfect for that area. So what I'm going to do, because I want to add a bit of highlight to my face, I'm going to, excuse me, I am going to put a little bit of powder foundation on just to even my whole skin tone. So I don't tend to go too dark with my foundation, like too heavy with my foundation. I just use a powder foundation these days, just to completely just provide a light base, really. There's not much look, but it gives enough coverage. And then to add a bit of a highlight, I'm going to add a bit too. I'm going to add a lighter colour concealer, just 2 dots here, to add a bit of, but to be honest, I don't feel like I need that concealer to cover the darkness, because that's already been covered with the cream eyeshadow, but it just will give me a bit of a lighter colour, but a highlight, so a bit more of a glamour. Because who doesn't want to look glamorous on a Friday morning? No, you don't want to? Well, I do. So I just using it to clean up the bottom of the eye. And then add a bit of highlight to the top of my cheeks. Now, obviously that needs blending. So what we're going to do is take my blending brush. Hey, Laura. How are you? Happy Friday. So I'm just going to blend away those sharp edges. I'm really good, thank you. I was just saying I've got really addicted to RuPaul's Drag Race. It's happened in the last 2 days, and I wasn't even going to come live. Yes, happy Friday. I wasn't even going to come live because I was watching an episode, but I was like, no, come on. Come on. You told yourself that you're going to do... Right, so that's the base face. Now I'm going to finish, Now I'm going to do some contouring for daytime. So I'm going to, oh, the other thing I can do is, like, see these little scars here? I can just cover those up with the remaining concealer, because you don't really need a lot of this concealer. It's like face paint. And just cover that up slightly. Okay, so a bit of contouring, so adding a bit of colour to the cheekbones and create cheekbones. So when I add the bronzer, I don't go beyond that bit, so it doesn't come right to my, so it's like up to the corner of the eye, and that's what adds that cheekbone, gives the angulation to the face. I don't know why it's so dark. Does that help? Not really. Right, so contouring is like the dark, you add the bronzer all the way around into the cheek and then down into the chin to give a bit of angle to, it's that thing of like foundation on its own will give you one kind of flat colour, and our faces aren't meant to be one flat colour. Tell you who's amazing at contouring, like another level, is the drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race. Have you ever seen it? I feel like I'm really late to the party because it's like on season 9 or 10 or something. Right, that was bronzer. I'm going to add a little touch of colour to the cheeks with a blusher. It looks a bit scary in there, but I use so little. What's whoops? Oh, you haven't? Oh, you haven't seen it? I would highly recommend. It's just like, it's like one of those reality shows. Yeah, I watched The Apprentice. Oh my God, The Apprentice, right? Where do they find these people that are like so dysfunctional? Like, I watch it and I'm like screaming at the TV. Hi, Raki. Yeah, I don't. I'm like screaming at the TV going like, why can you not work together? Like, why are you so embarrassing? Like, women are not like this. That's what I feel. It's like, this is not how women work together. Women can work together. Yeah, they have to deliver, I suppose. So I'm just adding some highlighter, like just a very subtle highlighter to the tops of my cheeks and to the bridge of my nose, to my chin and to my top lip. So very subtle. Hey, Kiri. I'm just on video. To add a bit of sheen. Right, so let me have a quick look at my eyes now that the face is done and see if I need to add anything. So this is like my... What, in The Apprentice? I don't know. Is it a girl or a boy? Right, so I'm going to add, just kind of take my setting powder and just... Since I took the lid off, you get loads on the brush, so I need to make sure I take some of this. A girl. And I'm just gonna use it to blend everything together, and it sets everything, and then like I'll just have another look at my eyes, see if I need to do anything to just complete this smoky eye look. Or maybe I just need to take my hair down. So I think I'm quite happy with it. It's meant to be daytime, so oh, I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't recognise anyone in it, but you'll have to let me know so I can keep an eye. So I'm just going to add a little bit of darkness there. And there, it's not the darkest brown, so it's not black, it's this one. So the colours I've used for my smoky eye are Timid, Astute, Gingerly, and this one, which I can't remember the colour of. I will post it later. So the main thing is to make sure everything is all blended together. Now what I am going to do is take a little bit of this shimmery colour, just one, oh, and This Week's Apprentice, I know, and just put a little dot into the corner, and it just opens up your whole eye. That's it. Now I need to pick an eye lip colour. Let me take my hair down, because that always helps. Hi Marta. Oh, she's gone. Yeah, I don't know who we might know in it. So this is my daytime smoky eye. Oh, thank you. You know what I realise? I can sit around and mess with this for ages, right? So let's think about eye lip colour. So we want to keep it fairly subtle, and I think what I'm going to use is my, no, I'm not going to use that because I've left it downstairs. I'm going to use, see, taking the hair down makes a big difference. Right, so I could go bold with the lips. Do I want to go bold? No, I'm thinking not. Any suggestions for lip colour, Laura? So I could go, look, so my lip colour is quite pinky anyway. So what I might do actually is use a kind of browny lip stain just to keep it. Ah, yes, I found the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to use like a brownie lip stain to keep it fairly, hi Vimal, fairly subtle, but add a touch of colour. So this is the lip stain that I'm going to use. It's called Sleek. So it just darkens up my lips a bit. The nice thing with the lip stains, shouldn't you be at work? Nope, today I have a day off. I'm taking my mother-in-law out for lunch. We are allowed off days every now and then. I work long days, so get off days. There we go. It's nice to see you on here. Thanks for commenting. So that just, I don't know, it adds a bit of glamour. The nice thing about lip stains is you can build up the colour to as dark as you want, or you can keep it as subtle as you want. Yeah, I am. Thank you very much. Yeah, I hope you're keeping really well. So that's it. Like I said, I could sit here playing with this for ages, but really, I'm done. I'm going to add a bit of perfume, and I'm actually going to do some admin work now, but I'm going to actually work. I find that I am more productive when I am dressed for work. So I'm going to use this perfume because it is fun. It's a lovely, it's my daughter's favourite, and it smells like sweets, so it reminds me of her. So I'm going to wear that one. I'm going to add some ear studs, and I will most probably finish watching the episode of RuPaul's Drag Race that I was watching. Can you see, like, the funny thing is, like, I was doing that eye look and it looked like a mess until you put the whole thing together, don't you think? But the whole thing kind of fits together. It's funny how that works, isn't it? Yeah, putting the lip stain on, putting the lip colour on really finished it off. Hey Chelsea. Really finished it off, and it's kind of, yeah. So even if you're doing your makeup and it feels like a mess, do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race? By the way, Chelsea. Even if you're putting it all on, it looks like a complete mess. Keep going, because you can pull it back at the end. And the whole, like, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Everything fits together to find its place, and like you kind of don't know where it's going at first, and then it kind of all comes together. That's how this makeup. Yeah, oh my god, you have to watch it. I need to like try their method of contouring, because it's insane. And they are insane. Like, I was just saying, I wasn't even going to come and do this live video because I was watching an episode and I was just totally hooked on it. But yeah, I've got some admin to do, so that's what I'm going to do now. But I am going to finish watching the episode of RuPaul's Drag Race that I was watching. They're my little ear studs. Right. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you know anyone that wants to know how to do like a brown smoky eye, tag them or share this video with them. I think I went through it fairly step by step, but if there's any questions, post them in the comments and I will get back to you. And if you want to know any of the products, let me know as well and I will get back to you. Thanks again for watching. Have a lovely day. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.